The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball. This is the Scholastic Ball Report. We've got a great show for you this week. We have a feature from WKYT from around the state. Our Crown Trophy Athlete of the Week is Layla Henderson from Mason County Cross Country. She's in with her coach. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Lexington Christian Academy. They're number one in the state of Kentucky. Also, from Nicholasville, we have a Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week. UK Sports Medicine, Healthcare, we have Tanner Eldridge. He's in to talk about allergic reactions in high school athletes, and they do have them. We know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky? We've got them right here. Lee K. Howard and Brian Milam.
Bryan Station has continued to go about its business since an opening week loss to Douglas. The Defenders have won 5 in a row. Now the Defenders lead this series 22-18-1. And you thought that game you just saw was low scoring? This one's lower scoring. Good way for the green and gold to start. David Green takes the kickoff, and now he turns on the Jets. He never gets tackled, but he barely gets tripped by a man he's trying to hurdle. First and goal inside the 1. A bad snap. The ball is loose. Who's going to get it? The Winchester fellows, look, that's about a 25-yard loss. This was a defensive battle. Station wins on a 33-yard field goal from Daniel Mufanzala. 9-7 the final.
Through Franklin County's first 7 games of the season, junior running back Caden Moorman has racked up 777 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns, along with a pair of kickoff returns for scores. He's a mix of strength and speed.
I feel like I'm a mix between like Ezekiel Elliott and like Saquon Barkley. I feel like I'm like in the middle between them two because I'm a power back and I'm also elusive.
The 3-star tailback is well on his way to reaching his season goals of 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. On Friday night, in a win over North Oldham, Moorman rushed for 121 yards and 3 scores.
The line, man. The line was making perfect holes, and I seen them holes, and I would just take them.
Moorman will announce his college decision on Friday. He has offers that include Kentucky, Wisconsin, and Toledo.
This recruiting process has been great. Since I was a little kid, this is my dream, and my dreams are finally coming true, so it's just surreal.
You know, he's continuing to work on some things that we've identified. We want to help set him up for us. He tries to transition to be a college football player, and you know, he just keeps working at that, and we're proud of him for doing that. And it doesn't hurt to have his talent on Friday night either.
And Moorman would agree with his head coach that his best game is still ahead of him.
This season's been like a junior breakout season for me, but I still feel like I haven't had my best game yet, and when that best game comes, everybody's going to know that.
In Franklin County, Lee K. Howard, WKYT.
All right, welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. William Moorfield here with you, and today we're focusing on cross country. Our Scholar Athlete of the Week is Miss Layla Henderson of Mason County High School. We got Layla and her coach Mark with us here today, and Coach, we'll start with you. Just talk to us a little bit about Layla and what she means to your program.
Well, Layla's just a tremendous example of what hard work can do in the sport of cross country, and she's an integral part of our success. Layla's one of those athletes that's really worked extremely hard to get to where she is today. She began with us as a very young runner, and when she began her career, she wasn't anywhere near our best runner, and she's worked and worked and worked to get to where she is today.
She's our Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, Coach, and, you know, with a 4.26 GPA, certainly not only smart out there, you know, running cross country for you and your program, but she's great in the classroom as well. That's got to make you guys feel pretty good.
We're extremely proud of her accomplishments. She's an excellent student, very diligent about her work, self-motivated, takes her schoolwork very seriously.
Layla, you've been a varsity athlete since 7th grade and just doing tremendous things up there at Mason County. You were selected to the 2020 All-State Cross Country team, and it looks like you ran 19:01 on the 5K. Talk to us about all those things.
Well, I mean, they're really cool, but I mean, a lot of it came from hard work and just dedication and just working hard for it and kind of believing that I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're smart in the classroom, as we mentioned there with Coach, and you kind of touched on it a little bit. But what does it mean to you to excel in both cross country and also into the classroom?
Well, I always put my schooling first before running because that's ultimately like the most important thing. But I am very stubborn, so I like to do the best I can in everything that I try and do. So I think that really helps in both aspects.
Yeah, you doing some outstanding things. It looks like you're currently ranked 4th overall in AA girls cross country in Kentucky. That's pretty awesome. And your team has won 3 straight Region 6 AA championships, and you've had 3 straight top 4 podium finishes at the Kentucky State Cross Country Championships. That's awesome. Talk to us about that.
Well, our team is just really great, and I mean, I see us more as like a family than a team, and I think that really helps when you're out there running together. I mean, in practice, we're always pushing each other to do the best, and like if we're not having a bad day, we're always there to cheer each other up and just kind of help each other out.
Coach, your team's ranked number 3, I believe, right now in AA. Talk to us about that, and what are some of your goals going into the rest of this season?
Well, we think that we can be back on the podium again this year if we have some luck and don't get any injuries unsuspectedly or whatever. We have a very deep, very very talented group of young ladies, and they're all very motivated. They're all really good students, just like Layla, and we like where we are right now.
Layla Henderson, great GPA. That's why you're our Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to you. And, anytime you're in Lexington and you want to stop over there by Crown Trophy, they've got a great little plaque for you to celebrate, I guess we could say, your efforts in the classroom and also there with the cross-country team. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Hello and welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. We got the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week and the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. Lexington Christian Academy, they're number 1 in the RPI, number 1 in the AP poll. Coach Doug Charles is with us. And Coach, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing fine, Gary. How are you guys?
We're doing better. We're doing better. You've had a great season. I'm understating it. It's been a fantastic season. Put all the number 1 teams and you beat all them. So tell us, give us a synopsis of the season.
Well, it's been first of all, we're very blessed to be able to, with things being a little bit more back to normal than the COVID year. But, we haven't really run from it, Gary. We made this schedule out. We enjoy playing on big stages, and our kids are responding. We've got a lot of returning players that have played a lot of meaningful minutes over the years, and we've got a great staff, and we just feel like that. We looked into the year. You make these schedules out 15 months ahead of time, so you really never know. But we knew the teams we were playing were very, very established blue blood programs, and they've certainly delivered that. We've learned a lot about ourselves. Our kids have overcome a lot of adversity, and we felt like going in we could go 2-4 or 3-3 or 6-0, and kind of ball bounced their way, and our kids responded and overcame some adversity again, and so we've been able to navigate it in a variety of ways, which I think is even more impressive of how we've done it.
With losing the state championship to Beechwood by 1 point, what were your goals going into this season? Was it to maybe get back to that game?
Well, even last year, going back to then, when all the media came up for media week and all that to preview our season, we felt like it was state championship or bust. We have a goal, and certainly not arrogant in any way at all, but the work we put in the off season and the amount of work we put in to preparing our kids to execute and the players that we were able to have and develop, we set very lofty goals. It has been our mantra this year is leave no doubt. And that's what we've got T-shirts. We got those early on. And, every time that we go to work, we remember, we were that close. And our guys have certainly, we're not going to, we may not win it again this year because football's a strange game, but we're certainly putting the product out there and the guys are giving the effort. And all of our coaches and players are dialed in for one goal, and that's to win the state championship.
Speaking of the great players on your team, we have 3 players with us. Introduce each one and tell us what position they play.
Well, we've got Wiles Johnson. Wiles plays defensive end for us and also some offensive line, and he also was very helpful on our special teams. And then we've got Ben Royce. Ben's been in our program since he was in 5th grade, and he's I affectionately call him sometimes old 33 because he got a 33 on his ACT the first time he took it. Ben plays on the offensive line and the defensive line. We've got another guy there, Elijah Hammond. Elijah's been with us since he was in 8th grade, and he played for the Bulldogs program in the CKYFL. So we've known Elijah for a long time, and he's been with us. Elijah plays outside linebacker and also plays slot receiver for us, special teams, and he's been playing a lot of minutes over the last 4 years. Just an honor to coach these 3 guys, and there's a lot of love in our locker room, and we don't run from that either. It's our last ride with these guys, but they sure made it memorable for this old coach. I can assure you that.
Let's start with the players, and Wiles, you first. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You've had a great season, a great career at LCA. Was that a mantra you guys live by, leave no doubt? Is that something that you take to heart?
Yes, sir. I think the leave no doubt was really important to us going into this season after the end of last year. We wanted to prove that, we were one of the top teams in the state and that we deserve to be back on that field at the end of this year.
Ben, your academics speak for themselves, and I don't want to get too wordy with this question because I want you to give me a job someday. But like Coach said, let's talk about your academics. Who motivates you academically in the school, at home, whatever, to be the student you are?
Originally, it started with my parents. They've always been pushing me since I was little to be the best student I could be. And then now that I'm in school in this environment, every single person around you, the coaches, the teachers, even your teammates are pushing you to be better. Anytime you need help, a teammate, a teacher, a coach will be willing to help you out no matter what.
Let's talk to Elijah Hammonds. How you doing, Elijah?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
You play baseball too, so how does that help you with football, playing both sports?
Honestly, I would say the 2 different aspects of both sports both kind of play into each other. It helps you develop being an athlete. You got to have a lot of different abilities in both sports, but they can also help in the other. So.
A lot of fun, Coach. Thank you all for being with me, and I've really appreciated covering LCA. You guys have a great team, and we saw that up close and personal against Lexington Catholic.
Well, we really appreciate what you do, Gary. And let me just say from a personal standpoint, there's a lot of prayers going up for you when you had your little setback. And we are so thankful, man, that you are back in it and right where you rightfully belong, making a difference. And you keep doing what you're doing, my friend, because it's meaningful and valuable and appreciated.
Thank you, Coach Charles. Thank you, young man. Thank you for being with us on the show. That's the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Let's take a look at the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Montgomery County versus Great Crossing. The Indians quarterback, Alex Hatton, is hit as he throws and finds Tanner Donathan, who tips the ball to himself before hauling it in for the touchdown. Take a look at it again. Donathan with the sweet grab and takes it to the house. Congratulations, Tanner Donathan. That is the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Today we have Tanner Eldridge, athletic trainer at UK Sports Medicine, also at their school. Welcome in, Tanner.
Thanks for having me.
Today we've got a really interesting topic that Tanner is going to speak to us about. It's allergic reactions. So, there's probably a lot of things that go into an allergy, but let's let our professional here define what really is an allergic reaction.
So an allergic reaction is actually just a condition in which the body's immune system reacts abnormally to a foreign substance taken into the body. These reactions can range from mild to severe and can be related to any stimuli from food to dust or even medications.
Boy, that's a little scary. When you have a team of athletes out there, anything can happen there. Educate us on what the signs or symptoms are to watch for in an allergic reaction.
So what you're going to be looking for, the symptoms of an allergic reaction, they vary widely. So mild reactions can result in anything just from itching to redness of the skin, congestion, sneezing, watery eyes, anything like that. But more severe reactions can be life-threatening and can display symptoms such as nausea, tightness in the chest, difficulty swallowing, difficulty breathing, swelling, dizziness, weakness, or even unconsciousness.
Wow. Have you ever had to treat somebody that's had a severe allergic reaction?
Not a severe one, but I've had some mild to moderates.
I guess that's a little bit scary, but I'm sure with your training you've handled it well. So what actions or precautions could coaches or athletes, what do they need to take to have an athlete to, if they have an allergic reaction, what can they do?
So allergic reactions are best treated by medication. Mild reactions can often be treated with a course of just over-the-counter Benadryl, which blocks histamines produced during a reaction. Allergies to common allergens, such as those associated with seasonal allergies, can even be prevented using over-the-counter medications like Claritin or Zyrtec. But for the more severe cases, an epinephrine autoinjector or EpiPen may be necessary to relax the muscles of the airway and the tightening blood vessels. To use an EpiPen, a coach or a parent will simply need to just remove the cap, press the button or injector side against a muscular area, most commonly the outer thigh, sometimes the deltoid, and hold for 3 to 4 seconds. In these cases, it's also important to go ahead and activate your local EMS system and go ahead and be getting that athlete to a hospital so they can be further evaluated.
Now, is it kind of the regular protocol if athletes have some type of a condition like that to share that with the coaches?
Oh, absolutely. That should be disclosed on a pre-participation physical each year.
Which I'm sure is a very important document. Well, thank you, Tanner, for that important information on allergic reactions.
Absolutely. I hope we can all stay safe out there.
Absolutely. That's Tanner Eldridge, and he is sharing the value of athletic trainers on site to handle situations like this. They're so valuable, so important to our high school sports. That's Tanner Eldridge from UK Sports Medicine, keeping us in the games and activities.
Last year, Sayre was ineligible originally for postseason play until one team dropped out and the Spartans inherited a 4 seed and traveled over to Pikeville to take on the top-seeded Panthers. Well, tonight, Sayre returned to Hillard Howard Field to try him again. It's Isaac McNamee with the handoff to Blake Birchfield. You have to have a McNamee. You have to have a Birchfield within the city limits of Pikeville. He finds a lane, off to the races, 55 yards to the house. Quickly 6-0 and then 8-0 on the 2-point conversion. Sayre gets nothing going on offense, so the Panthers get the ball right back. McNamee hands off to Braden Thomas. Panthers lead 15-0, and it was all Pikeville, 46-6, your final score.
Past the Bourbon, we're going to Paris, hosting Anderson County, the Colonels of Bourbon County, that is. This game got off to a late start due to the stadium lights malfunctioning. Finally, we got things going. Colonels facing a 2nd and 29. Clay Estes has his pass intercepted by Jack Rohde.
Good name.
However, Anderson County wasn't able to turn that into points. So next Bourbon County possession, this time Estes is going to call his own number. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to throw another pick. I'm just going to take it myself. He will not be denied. In fact, he gives a piggyback ride into the end zone for the touchdown. Bourbon County winners in a blowout tonight, 43-14.
Well, that's the show for this week. Join us next week when I have another high school sports show for 30 minutes. But let's don't leave without thanking our Scholastic Ball Report team. From Prep Spin, the king of stream, William Warfield. Joel Clace, our director, and Bridget DeVries, our executive producer. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.